The STEELEPLay, my first time playthrough, Final Fantasy 16. A long-awaited, well, I wouldn't say, yeah, I mean, this game is a long-awaited game. I wouldn't say long-awaited as it is highly anticipated. This would be probably the latter. It was a highly anticipated game, the most highly anticipated game of the year, I think of 2023. And this is my first time playing through, completely spoiler free, and I have yet to look up any reviews or watch any uploads of videos. So I'm completely spoiler free, and this is part 18. And we are right now currently in the middle of Black Light's Burn, returning to the Hideaway, which is 5 years prior to the incidents of the initial incidents that were going off of 13 years prior to those incidents, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, the quest's narrative is a lot like they had said it would be, on the line of the work like a Vagrant Story, Ivalice, Fortress, I guess, like War of the Lions, right? Matsuno, so stuff like that. I can definitely see that direction in this, and so far so good, because like I said, went in spoiler free, and I don't know dick. So, you know, so much of me knowing who the antagonist was, I thought it was going to be Benedicta, but it looks like I might be wrong. Anyway, we're going to be heading back to the Hideaway, which is kind of changed after the 5 years, prior to the 13 years in between that, from the demo, but nonetheless, we are here to don Sid's mantle. Oh, Sid's mantle. We are here to don Sid's mantle. And stop just. So, battle system, so far I can tell you that elemental inspection doesn't seem to matter as much as it really does, like, position, really, and how they interact with the enemy. That's what I've noticed. Like, I mean, damage is damage in this game, more or less. You just have to sort of position yourself in order to better... The lower you can get the stagger meter, the better. And that would be by flanking the enemy around, or side attacks. Like in FF Tactics. Depending on the position of the enemy, so if you go to the side, you'll get like a bonus to the stagger. Whereas when you do damage from the behind, you'll do the 100% more stagger. Think of it. Hold on one second. I think that, I hope that's better for now. What I mean is the stagger meter is based on the position, so you can either be from the back or the flank. Similar to that of Tactics. They had the flank and the back.
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
They don't really tell you this though, but you will notice it when you play the game. It's all about how you can position them from the top, or from the side, or from the, you know? This will affect the stagger, like thrusts, down thrusts, or lunges. I guess lunges and down thrusts.
You'll not find a better price than that. It's better I'll be here. You'll not find a better
Let's stock
price
up.
than that.
Then we'll be good to go, I think. Because I think,
Come again.
unless we go into the forge, Which we're not, I don't think we are. Oh, we could check it out. Take a look. I mean, I haven't been to the forge, so I'm not sure. I think it's down there anyway, but I'm saving most so I can example like later on, because first time playthrough is always good to see how the game is and how it operates.
What do you need? Sounds for Indian.
Ooh, we can make a flame tongue. That's something I'm interested in, but it would be a reduction, no?
Last you a good while.
11 bolt. I would make the 11 bolt. Yeah, flame tongue. Yeah.
Right.
Because you really. Wow, the 11 bolt is dope. Steel crowns +1.
Last you a good while.
I don't know. Should I equip those? Probably not.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
It's not like too much to think about. You just have to worry about how. I guess there are two like different kinds of swords, right? There's so far it seems like there's different kinds of weapons. You'll come to see as Clive wields them differently. That's what I've noticed. It's really about how Clive wields 11. So we're gonna see how the 11 bolt is. It's probably not the. It's probably gonna be like on par with the coral blade. It'll probably have good attack, but it's gonna be a fast weapon, so it's not gonna be as sturdy. So there'll be probably there'll be 3 different weapons. I think there's gonna be 3 different kind of weapon types. You know, 3 different kind of swords. Be great swords, bastard swords, and like blades, I guess. You know, great swords, long swords, and you know, short swords, I guess. Because you've already seen him wield 3 different kinds of swords. Yeah, like blades, fence sickles, you know. Coral swords, bastard swords, and great swords. And you can get marks there, but I'm not going to do that yet because I didn't do the main game, so I want to do the main game first. Let's talk to Vivian. She's a strategist.
I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
So, I mean...
I'm about to shower up, brush my teeth, freshen up, then join back.
Hey, what's going on, Sean?
Tab open. Be
Sounds-
back in like 15 minutes.
Sounds good, Sean.
I need to know what to expect.
It's always good to have your company, man.
Drake's breath.
We're gonna be heading for Drake's breath.
The mother crystal that rises.
We fucking took their mother crystal from them, by the way, of Sambrek. And now we're gonna take the Duchess out, the evil Duchess, whose only enjoyment in life is killing men and villages called the Cullings. She likes to cull people, kill basically she sends Vikings to their homes and pillages them, fucks them up. But she's gonna explain it. These are like the people, yeah. These are the people these are their enemies. The Duchess. Then they're trying to stand up against her. There's like a big crystal down there. Like a big volcano crystal. It's Benedicta. I like Benedicta.
The faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies.
Oh.
Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. In pursuit of ether and with a blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Roselle.
Because
And when the shield
who is Garuda? Like, Who is a ward in the wind?
Spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Dostanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the Dutch's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course,
Mm-hmm.
to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Dutchy men have set
Huh.
foot on its shores in your lifetime.
Right.
Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning their blood will keep their island. And with it,
The Duchess.
they're told they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity.
Mm-hmm. So we know a lot of shit's going on with Ironblood.
The Mother
You know.
Crystal is both the object of the island
Obviously, yeah.
and their great
But what about Below? There's a big problem going on over there too. Below's got a dark crystal, so Odin crystal. One of the OG crystals.
My father,
I mean, those are the two crystals that are left. The big volcano crystal and the big dark, storm crystal.
Drake's breath.
Those two motherfucking crystals. Then the light crystal of ice, that big icicle light cloud crystal thing, over at the north, we got rid of that. So, but Odin and the volcanic one, the fire one,
Captured the women.
is still alive. And I don't know what's going on. Yeah, right. Jill. But Jill is from the crystal that exists within the hideaway, or near Nor Corvin. But you have to kill all the mother crystals, and there are like 8 of them, I think. They only got rid of... How many did they get rid of?
Let's see if Jill's ready.
I think Benedicta died, I don't know. But Benedicta was the ward in the wind, and I don't really know where she's from. Remember, it's called the Twin Realms, right? Balestia is part of another realm. The Twin Realms embodies in Balestia, which is being, for some reason, covered in a blight. The only people I know that come from beyond Balestia, well, the twins, is that of, well, so far, Sid and maybe Benedicta and possibly Annabella and Elwyn and all these people, maybe, but we don't know. I think it's possible. That seems to me like Sid, well, definitely, and then Benedicta most likely. But where they come from, and then the question is how, why, and where, what, and... yeah, like, what's the opposition? We know Sid came here off the shores, right? And came and arrived in Balestia. So we know Balestia is a part of a bigger world. Question is Balestia referring to as the twins? Or is twins a part of Balestia as a whole? You know? I think they're referring to the Twin Realms as a whole. Or as a part of Balestia, I should say. So Balestia is just a part of the Twin, the Twin Realms is just a part of Balestia. But there are places beyond it, just like in Tactics, FF Tactics, they didn't really tell you. They sort of left it to the interpreter. All I said was, well, this is Evil East, and this is the part of Evil East, and the rest of it was sort of like, well, it's up to you. The rest of the world is not really that. Like, in other words, Balestia is the world, but we don't really know about the rest of the world. We just know about the Twin Realms, that's it. And that's all they're really at liberty to tell us. They don't really want to tell us any more than that. It's like Iblis. When they first came out of Iblis, it was sort of like, this is a part of the world, no real specific place or point. It's just, well, yeah, a point, but no specific real place. It's like a made-up place and point. From a made-up place and point. Which, in this case, would be medieval Europe, probably. Right? I think we'd all agree this is definitely medieval Europe. My ancestors. Well, I'm European, so yeah. If there's one person that would know it, it'd probably be a person who lives in Europe or is an ancestor who is European, which would be me. Well, probably Sean, I guess, too, because he ancestors, I would imagine, from Europe. White, if you're white, Caucasian, probably have European ancestors. He's European.
I didn't take you for a spy, man.
Anyway.
It's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old Tomes.
Oh, okay.
There's no creature in the
Hippocrates. Hippocrates.
realm can't be cooked up into something delicious.
No shit.
I think I'll stick to the unfouled ones, thanks.
This guy's scruffy, dude.
Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver.
See what I'm saying? I think this has a lot to do with the type of sword you're gonna use.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, no hunter, Sig. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff.
What?
Would you help me resurrect, I suppose?
Maybe next time.
If only I'd learned to ply the sword as well as I do the smashing.
I'll help him, but not yet. Too soon. I gotta help myself speak with Jill first, because that's my girl, right? Barely. Well, I used to have a girlfriend named Jill, so. One of the first girls I first ever laid with was Jill. And she kind of looks like Jill, so. Jill looked like that, kind of, believe it or not. I mean, she looked like, kind of like that. Like, you'll see her. You know, she just reminded me a lot of Jill. I'm like, well. Kind of sour taste for me, but I'm more interested in Benedicta, to be honest. Because Jill Warwick reminds me way too much of Jill, like my girlfriend Jill, and I don't know. Nobody wants to be reminded of their ex-girlfriend. Ugh. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, I love you, Jill, but I don't want to be reminded of you. I mean, we had a good thing when we had it, but you know, like you know, like I don't think you're thinking about me, and I don't expect you to be thinking about me, and yeah, I mean, I still love you. As far as we go, I don't think we worked out, obviously, remember? I let you go, but it was nothing to do with Jill. It was really, I wasn't ready to be a father. I wasn't ready to settle down. You know, I didn't think she was either, so. What does it say? Treatment diary. So today, Clive, so basically I ended it with Jill because I thought it would be best for me and her to see other people and just, I don't know, see what the world had to experience and offer. Basically get laid, and then if it doesn't work out for one of us, well, maybe we'll still be there for one another if we love each other. And if not, then I guess it wasn't meant to be. But obviously it wasn't meant to be, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. If it was meant to be, then Jill would be with me and we'd be together. But to me dress a lot on his left forearm.
It will be over soon. One way or another.
You ready?
I think so.
When you told me you wanted to come to terms with your past,
Wow.
you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath,
No.
were you?
Fine, maybe? I think so.
I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me.
I think it's Drake's Bang, but
To move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me,
maybe.
Always.
I'll help you.
I'll be beside you too.
Alright.
We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together.
The Mother Crystal! Ultima has been so far, like, been one of the coolest antagonists I've seen so far. This Annabella Duchess bitch. This Annabella Duchess bitch is cool as fuck, but wild. Hot as fuck, but a bad bitch you don't want to fuck. So I always wanted to have a girlfriend that looked like the main antagonist. Well, both main antagonists have been two hot chicks, in my opinion. One Benedicta, kind of looks like a female version of me, but whatever. And then you have Arabella, who's like the busty Duchess, who got the culling. Oh, you gotta see this Duchess, man. She is, woo! She is the horsing bitch, bro. She's the one who's got the deeds, man. She got the deeds. The double deeds. Wait, why am I going back to the hideaway? What the fuck am I doing? I have all my items, don't I? Yeah. I don't know why I did that. Oh, it's my bad. I'm going back. Hold on a second. That was an accident. I'm an idiot. What the fuck was I thinking? I think you just do this, but whatever. I'm gonna map. Map. We're going to Drake's Breath. Port is oldie because I go to Southwestern. But for now, I'm like really curious of the main MSQ. To me, the story is really good. Finding it ever more interesting. The Boiling Sea? Is that the Boiling Sea?
Useful trick. Freezing and throwing the spray to make mist. Where did you learn to use your powers like this?
The masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes.
Must hurt though, no?
I'm fine.
It must be cold or hurt, or, you know. It must burn in a cold sense. A chilling chill, like frigid, very frigid.
I have to do this. Whatever.
Which means we still have to face Shiva again. Like, you know, it's the weird thing. We still have to face Shiva. Are we getting ready to face Shiva? That's what I think we're doing. I think we're getting ready to face Shiva or Leviathan. I think it's Leviathan, but that's just me. I think her inner anger is going to be Leviathan. I've always been saying it, Leviathan. Where are you? Where are you, Leviathan? Maybe Leviathan is finally going to show itself.
There she is.
Oh.
The Iron Kingdom's mother crystal.
Drake's Breath.
Yes, we haven't seen her yet, but we're going to see her soon, and Leviathan is going to show herself. Or is it going to be Tiamat? I feel like it's going to be Leviathan, Tiamat, something like that. Because we haven't seen Leviathan yet. Drake's Breath. I mean, that sounds a lot like Leviathan to me. Sounds like something connected to Sheba, right? The breath. Yes! And Leviathan! Let's not forget that either. And it's probably naturally filled with serpents.
Allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen.
Like a serpent. Because that's what Leviathan is, a giant serpent.
The sanctuary is
Coiled within like a serpent.
If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter.
Like a serpent. Like a serpent. Like a serpent. Let's do it like a serpent. We're gonna get there, fire and ice. Like a snake. Slithering in through. Slithering through.
I came would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosario.
I'm using the 11 bolt as a weapon right now.
Blood's clutches is far too long.
As Rosario. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I knew its secrets only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it.
The perfect little shortcut.
Nice. So there's like 3 kinds of weapons in this game. There are big weapons, or great weapons, or bastard swords. There are coral swords, or bladed swords. And then there are, what do you call it? Great swords. See? That's cool. similar to the Invictus, I guess. There's some differences. Other than just the strength, because if you have the coral sword on, it's definitely more easier to wield, I think. Take a look at that. Then compared to this one, it's a little different, but it's stronger, but it's got a different type of, it's a different kind of weapon. Though I think we're going to get into that later on as the game progresses. Weapon types and all that, and how to get damage out. Wouldn't worry too much about that now. Got a Caustic Thorns.
The ether flood must have spread. It was never as bad as this before. And the only way past them is through them.
Here you go. No. This game is a pretty good game though. It's fun. Battle system is really fun. I would attest to that. Very good battle system. And like I said, it's probably, to, in my opinion, it's the first Final Fantasy game that's been a main installment to take the inspiration of the same narrative approach as War of the Lions and Vagrant Story. Because not even Final Fantasy XII took that approach, not really. Because Matsuno, he had to call in sick after about 8 hours into the narrative, 8 to 12 hours in. So, this is the first true Matsuno-styled, inspired game all the way through, I'd say. They really took tactics, I think, War of the Lions and Matsuno's work and ran with it. Gotta say, they did a really good job. There you go, baby. Five chunks of pyrite is the mother crystal, bro. I like how dark and dark in contrast to most of the lighter.
And he's back from the pampering.
Yo, what up, motherfucker? We're about to make our way into the mother crystal soon, my dude. Well, I love how dark this game though is in contrast to most other of the Final Fantasy games that we've had in the most recent years. This one seems to be more at roots with the original games, like 1 and 2. Or like I said, Final Fantasy Tactics. It's got a much more darker approach. Oh, that's a good game, Assassin's Creed. I like Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is a game, like I said, the second game is one of my favorites, but I didn't get to play it all the way through, but it's a good game. One of the best. But go for it, because beat it. You know what I mean? Alright, here we go. Anyway, yeah, so this is definitely the darkest Final Fantasy I've ever seen so far. Other than Final Fantasy Tactics, as I've already stated. Or the original Final Fantasy games, like 1 or 2, 3. And honestly, that's what I like about it. Like, if you go behind an enemy or do a thrust, you'll be able to lower down the stagger more. That yellow bar, you know? That's what you want to do. To do that, you want to, like, dodge, obviously, right? When you can. Like, that's good. That'll help. That helps a lot. Yeah, that helps. Nice. Nicely done. I love when he turns into Ifrit though. He just goes crazy. It's so fucking insane. Hit this shit. Look at him. Woof. And just putting as much damage in the window is pretty cool too. You know, it's fun. Nice try, huh? So some weapons, yeah, they do more damage per hit, but they're not as swift or smooth, you know? Like this is built really nice. This is the 11 bolt, the 11 sword, or whatever it is. Woo! I'm going nuts on this motherfucking guy.
The old arboretum is just up ahead.
Right? Oh, I go crazy. Like, I love these will-o-wisp things because they fucking heal you while you're doing damage. Kind of wild. What the fuck is this? I don't think that's anything, huh? I think that's one of the things I brought out using this Blind Justice. Yeah, you can bring one of those things out if you want. They do DOT damage, damage on contact. Well, like I said, wind is like the element of like swinging things, I guess. And then it seems like if you want to do residual damage, you'll use lightning, aka icon damage. Then you have fire, which allows you to do fire damage, I guess. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but there's definitely different ways of getting damage out. It's just not in the same form that we're used to. The elements in this game seem to be ranged, icon, or you can use sword, which is through lunging or through thrusting or charging. You could do this. And then there's other things too. I think there's a flame of rebirth, and you get to spawn wings, some shit. So yeah. I think each one has something that you get alongside their ability to shift with Phoenix and grapple with the Garuda, and then to bring out, like I said, bolts out on the field, depending on the targets, I guess. Like I said, I like the weapon though, the 11 bolt sword. I expect probably more encounters at this point now, right? I'd imagine. But maybe not, I don't know. Spoiler free, bro. Wait, didn't he go back this way? I'm just going in circles, aren't I? I think I went this way before, so I'm gonna go back the other way. There we go, that's some other crystal. We're trying to get to that crystal. What are we gonna blow it up? Or we're gonna fight Leviathan? Who knows what's gonna happen? I guess we're just gonna find out. Sorry, I went the wrong way. When the hell did I use a Lionheart tonic? I don't remember doing that. I'm gonna change my shit, hold on. Oh, I got 1,000 points, so I could probably grab that ability now, right? No, 1,600 to get those wings. Flames of Rebirth. But eventually these things you can get. Look at this shit. What's this? Judgment Bolt. What? See, I'm telling you, fire allows you to gain HP, and this will allow you to do damage. Hitting multiple enemies, and this is for single target damage. Multi-target, single target, and I guess heal, right? This is healing, damage, and then multi-target. Seems to me. That's cool. That's really cool. Ignition upgraded would be really nice. I would love to grab that limit break. So much good shit we can grab, man. I don't know if I want to waste my points yet, though. We can unlearn some stuff, though, too. Hold on. Will of the Wikes, Ifrit. Ignition, Ifrit. Wait. I don't understand. Okay, I'm gonna get this, I guess. And then this also. I use Willow Wicks and Ignition because I feel like they're really awesome abilities. Fire is one of my favorite elements, and water, but we don't have water, so. But there's the mother crystal. Fire. It's like a big fucking volcano. Medium bands, yeah, why not? There you go. Alright, this reminds me of, like, again, when we were heading to Limberry in Final Fantasy Tactics. We had to travel through these swamps and shit with Agrias, Oaks. It's like a swampland, making our way to Limberry. To meet with the Marquis.
Wait.
Marquis de Limberry. Marquis of Elmdor, or Almdor. I think it was Elmdor. Limberry. And that's when the plot really started to open. And I think the same thing is gonna happen here.
I think a shelter for this area can't handle.
Marvel. It's a Marvel.
Just my cold times. Be sure to keep clear of his more.
Believe me,
Magic time.
that's foul.
Don't breathe it in.
See, I'm just relying on magic mainly. Ah! There you go. Now it's staggered. Here you go, Akashic Morlo. I'm taking damage on him. Whoa! Ouch. We got this. There you go, shattered. Dead. Man, that's how you kill a Morble, bro. I was just laying into him at that point. Nice shit. Magic Ash and Meteorite. I don't know how to explain the elements in this game. It's not the same as, like, the way it used to be. Like, all the damage is still like damage. It's all just the same damage, but it's delivered differently, right? So some damage is damage that's dealt over time, some damage is dealt direct, and then some damage is dealt through ether from magic. So again, it's like either weapon damage, range damage, or cooldown damage. Magic damage, you know what I mean? Those seem to be the three kinds. Or I guess you have Torgal, right? And allies that do damage. But yeah.
Yes.
Those seem to be the main ways of damage though. Direct damage, range damage, and cooldown, CD damage. Or damage over time. You know? Dot damage. Time-based damage. That's the way I look at it. That's how we've been that's sort of how I look at it. You have direct damage, range damage, and then cooldown or time damage. CDT. Cooldown time. CDT damage or cooldown damage. And I also think there's 3 kinds of weapons too, but I'm not sure yet. It seems like there's 3 kinds of stats in almost any given scenario, right? 3 icons, 3 stats. So there's always 3 different things to juggle with, it seems like. I said the number's 3, it seems like. 3 accessories. In which I recommend Kestrel's Beak is pretty good.
Your favorite game of all time is too hard to do.
Mine? Why? Final Fantasy? Or Donkey Kong Country 2? Gouge is really good, so yeah, I love Gouge. This game? This game's not that hard.
Cause for concern.
It was.
Doesn't seem that hard.
Something's wrong.
Alright, look, so like I said, 3 kinds of damage types. This is range damage, right? It's kind of pussy in my opinion, but you could use it. Then there's main damage, like, I don't know, direct damage. Time damage or cooldown damage, because it's all based off of a cooldown. And you have limit breaks too, which is really cool. I made that though. As you can see, you could just destroy it, I think, right? On I don't know if you can or not. I think they burst, but they do harm enemies if they touch them, basically. See? Then they eventually go away. But the weapon type, like I said, there's 3 kinds of weapon types, Sean. You know that? 3 kinds of weapons, from what I've seen. So, depending on if you want to go with power, you can go with power, I'm imagining, eventually, but it's going to come to power and speed, I think. That's my opinion. This one has got a lot of good speed. It's got good speed. Really good speed. But it's also, like, pretty powerful, too. You know what I mean? Compared to a greatsword or a bastard sword. I like this 11 bolt. It's fucking nice. It's got a good swang to it. Willow Wicks. Ignition. Nice. This feels like a badass. You see what I mean though? There's a curvature to that weapon. It's meant for slicing and dicing. So if you're a blade type of dude, or if you're a person who likes to fight up front with speed and agility, then this is gonna be the weapon for you. Or I mean the Invictus is too slow for me. Coral Sword's good though too. This one. I still like the 11 bolt better though. But that's just me. But this is also stronger than 11 bolt. Although the Coral Sword does have a better hilt, it's more even, you know. The 11 bolt is definitely meant for people who are, well, from heaven on high. Coral always the sharp is also painfully brittle, which is also why its use is all but the most primitive of weapons. So Coral Sword is like almost like Odin's blade, it says. But then we also have something called the Invictus, like I said, another kind of weapon. One of a set of 7 swords that have been forged in the flames of Mount Justice. Invictus has been passed down the generations to. So in other words, by using Invictus, it's a bigger weapon, much bigger. But it's his default weapon, the Invictus. But it's not as fast as the other weapon. Invictus or 11 bolt. 11 bolt is much faster. But Invictus is bigger. Which one do you like better? The Invictus or the 11 bolt? Nonetheless, our goal is to take down the motherfucking Mother Crystal, that big volcano. That's what we're gonna be doing. Dun 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 dun. There you go.
No holding back.
Nicely done. He's gonna run out of stagger in a second. Yep, stagger's broken. Now gouge. Woo! Fuck you. All right. He's gone. Oh, great. I'm wondering, like, I wonder what kind of weapons I have. What we got up here? It's time to smoke up. I was thinking about getting a 40. I don't know if I should or not though. Should I get a 40? I don't know. I mean, I have whiskey in the house, but I don't have much left. And then, like, if I wanted to get, like, a nice bottle of booze, then I'd have to pay. I mean, unless I was looking to get laid, then I would need at least, I would have to get more than one drink, and then, alright, I'm not looking to do that right now. I don't know. Well, I mean, if I get laid, I get laid. I don't know. Anyway, where's the lighter so I can smoke a cigarette? No, I want to blaze. What the fuck am I saying? California honey. I'm gonna blaze. Because we're about to, like, fuck up these catacombs, right? And then we're gonna fucking pop some skulls, and then we're gonna fucking bust up this Duchess and fucking root up our plans, bro. We're gonna cock up our plans with our dick. I mean, with our sword. We're gonna cock her up, bro. Clog her up. We're gonna be our caulk. Stop being a caulk. You're caulking all of it. Now, I will say I like Gumbo better, but California honey's not bad because it's a little bit cheaper and it tastes just as good, and the effect is pretty much spot on. Like, it's pretty good, yeah. Do any other one you get? Again, flavor wise though, Gumbo is the shit. Usually have to pay for 2 grams though. Or a gram. Is it 2 grams, a gram? I think it's 2 grams. Yeah. Pretty sure it's 2 grams of 50. Because I would honestly think for pot, if you're paying any more than 45 for 2 grams is too much, but whatever. 50 for 2 grams if you want to get vape, I guess. Should be paying 40 for 2 grams. That's my opinion, that. But and now he's working hydroponic shit. Back in the day. Not compared to any of the shit that you can get in the stores these days. It's real. I mean, like, you know, I'm not making it up. I'm serious. I'm not trying to, like, brag or anything. I'll give you an example. I'm a lefty. I'm not bragging about it. I just am. But, you know, I'm, for a fact, a lefty. I was bored left-handed. I've always used my left hand. I'm a lefty. You know, it's not good. It's not bad. It is what it is. Some people say, "Oh, you're bored special." I don't know about that. I'm bored left-handed, but big deal. But it's just one of those things, you know. Sean is probably left-handed, I imagine. No, I'm kidding. It might be probably right-handed. Most people are right-handed, and that's fine because most people are usually right-handed. I'm a fucking weirdo. I'm a freak. That's why I'm left-handed. No, I'm kidding. I'm just special, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why I'm left-handed. I just use my left hand. I don't really think about it, you know? There's nothing to really think about. I use my left hand, okay, and I'm good at art. I like to use my art, probably because I'm good with my left hand. That's because I'm artistic. There's always a reason for something, you know? Maybe there's a reason as to why I'm good with my left. Or as to why I might be multi-dexterous or whatever. It's not because I'm better than anybody, it's... And nobody said that, right? So therefore, it's just more like... I feel like if people thinking that, it's like, oh, what does that mean? Multi-dexterous? How dare you? Well, yeah, I am. Okay, big deal. Some people are bilingual. Okay, I'm not. But, you know, if you are multi-dexterous like myself, embrace it. You know, use your multi-dexterity. You know, I mean, I was a lefty, and all lefties are multi-dexterous. You know that, and I know that. You all know that. And if you're a lefty, you'll know you're a lefty. And if you're not a lefty, you'll know you're not a lefty. If you're not a lefty, you're probably not multi-dexterous, but that's not a problem, because you might be bilingual. Maybe you're smart enough to know multiple languages. You know, people always, like, limit themselves, and I'm like, why do they do that? Anyway, Mount Trostinus. So this is a place where we're gonna be fucking up this crystal. Solitary volcanic isle rising from a brutal and unforgiving sea, known as the Boiling Sea, right? Being Liadla, the tongue as Bain Leola, or Leola. Bain Leola. It was once a province of Rosaria, but eventually fell to the Crusaders. Considered both the gateway to the continent of Storm. Whoa! The gateway to the continent of Storm. And more importantly, the wellspring of their faith. The mother crystal known as Drake's Breath. No to the crystals. One of the Felicia's 5 remaining mother crystals, located on the volcanic isle known as to be Iron Blood as Bain Leodal, or Leola, or Leola. What did he say that? Or is it Bain Leola? Or is it, yeah, Bain Leola. In the sea between, that's weird. Iron Blood as Bain Leola. So Bain Leola is the sea between Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom. Bain Leola. Bain Leola. That's so weird. Okay, Bain Leola. Okay, though it's in our zone, starting to the Dusha, to the Dushi. Although it looks like it says Dushi, right? No, it's Duchy. Dushi, the Duchy. Control. I feel like they should add a T though to make it sound like it says Duchy. It looks like it says Douchey, bro. Or Dushi. It should say Douchey or Duchy. D-U-T-H. I don't know. D-U-T Duchy. D-U-T-S-H-Y. Duchy. Not douchey. Dushy. It's Dushy. Douchey. That's wrong. It kind of is. I mean, I'd like to emphasize the Dutchiness. It's not Dutchy enough. That's douchey. That's Dushy. Dushy at best. Douchey at worst. But douchey would have to have an O in it, right? D-U-O-S-H-Y would be douchey. But again, douche would be D-U-O-S-H-Y. I mean E-Y. Alright? Douche. I mean, like, Dushy. It is Dushy, you know, it is Dushy. But the thing is, I would rather it say Dutchy. Because I see douchey a lot. Dushy. Douchey. I like Dutchy better than Dushy. Because Dutchy, a Duchess, you don't call her a Duchess, do you? You call her a Duchess. Not a Duchess. So why don't we call it a Dutchy? Why do we call it a douche? A Dutch? Again, my problem. Douchey. Why are we calling it a douchey? It's a Dutchy. It's a Dutchy, not a Dushy. Dutchy. Dushy. The Dushi. Control the Dushi. Alright, whatever. Let's keep calling it the Dushi then. The Dushi. Although we're really calling it a douchebag. So the douchebag, the douchey home. I'm gonna keep calling it douchey. Hey, trace to the douchey. That's what it says. Douchey. Well, it does say Dushi, but whatever. Dushi. Fine. To the Dushi. To the Dushi, although it should say Duchy, but it says Dushi. The Dushi. Control the crystal. Dushi, douchey, whatever. Because if you're gonna say Duchy, then you could say Duchy, but Duchy would be better. Just say Duchy. Duchy. But again, when you look at that, I see douchey. I see Dushi. Douchey, Dushi. Tomato, tomato. Like control, whatever. Control. I control you. You control me. Control, crystal, doesn't matter. Wanna say crystal, wanna say crystal, wanna say crystal, wanna crystal. Crystal or crystal? Doesn't matter. Was or was? Doesn't matter. Recently or recently? Or recently? Or I don't know. Recently? Or resolutely? Recently. Recently rested. You could say recently if you want. Recently. The crystal. The crystal. Christ, or crystal. Was recently rested. Or rested from Rosaria's grasp by the crusade. The crucity following a Saras of Batar conflicts. I wonder who the conflicts are. And again, don't you see like what I'm seeing? I'm seeing Leviathan, son. Look at that Leviathan face. Like I see Phoenix, I see Leviathan, I see a lot of things in this biggest mystery here. But I see something, man. I see Phoenix or something. But dominant of Sheba and trusted confident of Clive. Meaning that's his girl. They're trying to get rid of all the mother crystals. That's gonna be hard to do. Especially now that we have to get rid of this one too. Drake's breath. It seems like we're gonna be getting rid of Phoenix, right? No? I don't know, something big's gonna be happening, I know that.
Fuck. Is there no
Fuck.
one else?
Let me just change items. I want to change items. I also want to change other things too. That's not bad. Wicked Wheel, Rook's Gambit. I would go with Rook's Gambit, it's better. We didn't upgrade Gouge yet? How the fuck did we not... How in the world did we not upgrade that yet? How did we not upgrade? I had to upgrade some of this shit, so I don't use Heat Wave though, hardly. I really would like to get an upgraded version of Wicked Wheel, no. Gouge, yes. Heat wave. Yeah, you want to have an upgraded version of that. No. I guess not. Hold on. I guess for a little bit. I guess I'll stick with ignition. I mean, I don't know. Ignition isn't bad. Then what does this mean now? What can you do? What is this? I would be affixing him, but what does that mean? With him affixed. I did upgrade. You can upgrade them further now? Man, damn, this is like insane, son. There's a lot of upgrades that you could give the game. Alright, well, let me just go into my items and switch them up real quick. We'll probably do potion. Bottom here. Then also I have to give myself a new item, a new ability. I'm gonna give myself probably ignition. It's good damage. Lightning rod, create a ball of lightning that upon being struck, change lightning to other nearby enemies. That's not bad, I like that. Here we go! Time to smoke up. This is the perfect time to smoke. I sense Leviathan or something, I don't know. I sense Leviathan's presence is gonna be coming quick. Cause you can't leave Leviathan out, right? Or can you? I don't know. We're gonna see. I sense something crazy is going to happen.
Let's not do that again.
Let's not.
What the fuck is...
Perhaps not alone, but in numbers like these.
One of my favorite abilities is ignition, probably. Nice. And tell me why, you know, so far my favorite is Garuda. I love Garuda. Garuda is just awesome. One of my favorites. I think eventually you get the Fist of Titan though too. So we're in for a treat. It's gonna be so cool. Okay, when we get the Fist of Titan. I'm gonna be ending the episode, yeah, probably though, like it's the perfect spot. Like probably after this encounter. Ah! Like once we get to the spot that we have to get to, I'll probably end my episode and then I'll be picking it up on the next episode. It's a perfect page turner, I'd say. I like the stagger system though. How you have to like either flank the enemy or go from behind. It's positioning or thrusting or go from above too. That helps too. Above or behind. The worst though is the front probably. But flanking is good. Well, if you go above them, then you're gonna have to do a thrust usually. That helps. Really give an opening. Yay! Yeah. So yeah. Ooh, 13. Just look at that. Red Moose. I never heard of that. Red Moose. In fact. Ooh, here we go. And then we'll just keep going at him. Ooh, he's gonna use Firaga? Screw him. Nice try. He's about to die, and we're gonna use a pile drive on him and kill him. Lightning rod, bye-bye. And bye-bye. He's dead. This is a pretty good balance system though. I know what that is, by the way. That's the thing out behind. Does damage, like I said. It's really useful to have out. This 11-bolt blade, though, is mad fast. Very handy. Best weapon so far. Mithril wristlets. Take a look. Mithril wristlets. Nice. Those are really good. The appearance of mithril wristlets is fairly recent occurrence. It's history only, going back as far as the fall of the first mother crystal and emergence of the Deadlands. This led some of the crystalline orthodox to preach, in fact, that the blight is somehow involved in its creation, therefore making it both impure and unholy. Huh. Does it change, or does it stay the same? I don't know. It's the same, so what's the difference? Hold on, does that change? I don't really know. There's gotta be a reason as to why you'd have this one though, right? Let me just see something. I'm gonna try this for a while. I may have to change my equipment though. Yeah, I might not have to though, but I did give myself a different equipment.
Never leave the lava.
I didn't save my game. I'm an idiot. Right? It is about to erupt, I feel like. I could probably still do this though.
Then this one must be the exception.
I just want to prove my point on something. And I think I'm right on something. But we'll find out.
It's already 2 am.
Come on! Come on! Oh my goodness. Oh my god, he hit me. Look, you saw he hit me now? Yo, time flies, I know. Time flies by, man. And I believe it. Of course I believe it. How do you think we got here, man? We got here from 2 a.m. Well, 12 a.m. I think it was. Or 12. Ooh, that hurts the stagger big time. This really breaks it. It's touchy, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's touche. That's touche, but yeah.
Not fan, but it's touchy.
Touchy, yeah, I know. Exactly. Touchy. Thank you, my friend. That's all I'm saying. See, you said it douchey, yeah. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. I love this battle system though, it's made fun. Why, you don't like it? I don't think it's too hard, honestly. It's not, it's like, it's fair hard, you know? It's not hard, but it could be, if you don't use any of the assistance, then yeah, it could be a little hard, maybe. It's a learning experience, I guess. That's how I look at it. Because I haven't beaten everything in one shot. And I'm not using any of the handicaps or accessibilities, you know what I mean?
What's it doing?
It's going into overdrive.
Aliens are in control. They are
Huh?
the government.
What you talking about?
Human beings don't shape shit.
Huh? No, I mean, it's just a fantasy thing, yeah, obviously. Only in fantasy. It's not real, obviously. People can't really transform. Why? You think? No, you can't do that in real life, obviously. That's why it's called Final Fantasy. Right? I mean, everybody knows that. Why? Are you being serious? Is that a question? Like, what is that? I'm confused. Are you asking me? Or telling me? I'm confused. I already know that, number one. But number two, if you're asking me, again, I already know that. But if you're telling me, I already know it. I know! Only in fantasy. This can't happen in reality. And I also know my mic is shitty right now, too. Sorry about that. And I also know I'm gonna beat this lizard. That is not real in any which way possible in the real world, but it's based on real shit, but it's not real. Closest thing I can think of is maybe a Komodo dragon, but mixed it with like fire. I don't know. If you give a Komodo dragon steroids, or used CGI, you know, and used AI, you could probably get it done. You could probably make something like that if you want. If you really wanted to, but I mean, you know how dangerous it would be to make something like that? I mean, you could make this if you wanted to. Again, it'd be very dangerous, though, to make something like this without the proper control over it. Yikes. And what are you making it out of? Are you making it out of, like, what kind of element? What are you going to use as a filament, you know? Firmament, all of that. What are you going to use? And how are you going to control it? What AI are you going to use for it? You know, you have to decide the AI, and it's a lot of work, man. But yeah, you could make this if you want to. You can't have cellular and elemental chain. You could scientifically make this if you want to. I don't know why you'd want to, though. It's weird, but go ahead and have fun. Do you even have the money to do that? It would be a really expensive thing to do. To make this. But obviously we have to make things like this for movies and stuff like that, but it's very expensive. Again, very expensive. Very, very expensive thing to do. If you wanted to make a big-ass lizard like this using AI, you know, with artificial intelligence and all that, you could do it, but again, why? Are you trying to make something that we've already did that? We've established it. It's not hard to do. People could do it. If you get a team of guys, I mean, you could do it. It'd be done. But again, I don't know if it's really relevant. Who gives a shit? So we could make a robotic lizard fire thing, but you know how much work and time it would take to make something like that, and for what expense? Yeah, we could clone human beings, but at what perfection and what cost? I don't really like to talk about that. Because we're not supposed to clone, you know? We're not supposed to do that. And there's no promise it could be perfected. And even if we did perfect it, that can just lead to a problem again. It leads to a problem of overpopulation and other issues, so I say leave it to natural order. Because you start cloning and you start fucking around with that, it's a whole other thing altogether. We've made enough suffer with clones. You know, through cloning. We've made enough lives suffer through the usage of cloning. No need to make more lives suffer. You know? If you think there are no clones out there, you're wrong. Not most of them are dead. I mean, hopefully. But I mean, for better or worse, I guess, right? I mean, it's hard for a clone to stay alive. I mean, if they're lucky and you're a clone and they're surviving, I mean, oh wow, man, good for them. I mean, they'd probably still have the mindset of that person, and they would have to know everything about, I don't know, about cloning, but you have to find out about cloning. Why? I didn't know you had an interest in that, Sean. You like science? If you like science, then maybe that's what you should do. Be a scientist. Dedicate your life to science. Or philosophy. Whatever. I mean, philosophy is a part of science, right? So, again, scientist, philanthropist, philosophist, whatever. If that's what it means. Someone would call that a wise ass, though. Or a wise man. You know, like an Odin type. There's nothing wrong with that. Being a Needle King. I wouldn't mind being a Needle King. And there's a Loki type, too. I'm like a Loki type. You know? I'm sneaky. I'm loving. I can talk to animals. I'm very artistic. I'm conniving. I'm manipulative. Jealous. Territorial. Really charming. When I want to be. And also tricky. And playful. And loving. Again, I said that. That's what Loki does, though. I'm playful. Again, said that already. I'm devious. You know, like the playboy. I don't know, like to play around. You know. Then Odin takes great interest in Loki. Always has. Because Loki has always been an enigma to Odin. You know, because Loki's always admired Odin too. Loki loves Odin. Loki's like, you know, Odin, dude. We both know we want to see what's on the end of that mask, but we both know that once we find the answer, we're going to be devoid of a dream. And so Loki continues to play around, and Odin is so fucking pissed at Loki, but he loves Loki. How could he not? He loves him. It's Loki, you know, he's the one guy who could see through the mask. The one guy who could see the truth. And if Loki deems that we're not ready for the truth, well then Odin will accept that, even though in God of War he didn't. But in the truth, be told, yeah, he does. He accepts it. You know? Whether that be through an internal struggle through strife of mankind, it doesn't matter. Loki and Odin, Jesus and God, they still live. They're existing. Whether that be through one man or female, doesn't matter. Holy Spirit, Father, Son, Mother, whatever, you know what I mean. If you go by the story of, it really depends on what your folklore is. If you were brought up a Catholic like me, you believe in the folklore of Jesus. And that's fine. It's based on real events. To a degree, which is many of the other folklores. Based off real events. Well, mythology based off real events. Like, eventually this might become religion, Final Fantasy. In time, like 3,000 years from now, if that's all that's left from Earth, after, I don't know, like a major historical blackout, right? And all that's left is traces of Final Fantasy, then that could be the next religion. After the next Dark Ages, you know? It's just, that's how people are. People, again, this was that was AD, right? And then there was BC. So BC is just before that tale, before the crisis. Or before Christ, as people think it's called. But it's actually before calendar. Before the calendar time, before modern calendar, that is. Then there's Advent calendar. Then there's modern, you know? Advent calendar. And then there's before the calendar. Before calendarian time, I guess you'd say. So before calendarian time, and then Advent of the calendarian calendar. Yeah, the calendar. Simply put, BC and AC. Or some people think, for dumb people, before Christ and after death. If you're not smarted, I guess. If you're not smarted, you would think that it's just that. No offense. But I'm telling you now, it's actually before and the advent of calendarian. That's what it stands for. Before calendarian and after calendarian. AC. BC. Before calendarian. AC. Advent of calendarian. Because calendarian is the 12 months we know is calendarian time, which revolves around, well, the old one is the Roman calendar, which is not calendarian, that's Roman time, which was 10 months, which began in March and ended in, I think, this January. But it began in March, ended in January. You know what I mean? So January was the 10th month. When March was the first month. That's the original, that was the Roman calendar, that is. And then they came up with, well, I guess you'd say the Roman time. That was the Roman calendar, until they came up with the calendarian time. Or the Advent calendar was invented, which is called calendarian time, which is what we use now. But a lot of religious people think it's before Christ and after death, and I'm like, guys, that doesn't, no, it has nothing to do with that. I mean, it does, it's witty, it's definitely a cool metaphor, I like it, definitely cool. Before Christ and after death. I mean, that's kind of applicable, right? Because it's so cool, because you have the before calendarian and after calendarian, or Advent calendarian. Advent calendar and before calendar. Before calendarian and then Advent of calendarian. Which I kind of think is cool. Advent calendar and before calendar. Because calendarian time is not really done after... Because most people were using their own calendars, you know. The predominant one was the Roman one, but there was no invented real shared calendarian time. It was just different times all over the place. Most of which shared the Roman Empire. But there was also the Persian Empire too that had theirs as well, and it's just messy. So therefore they invented the advent of the first calendarian time, where everybody would share the same calendar, regardless of empire or whatever. Because back in the day we were all using different methods of time, it was hard to keep track. Hence, before calendarian time. BC. Because nobody was recording things proper, everything was all fucked up. Hence Dark Ages, and that's what we don't want now, so we're trying to prevent that from happening by not allowing things to fall into the Dark Ages again. Why do you think we use a calendar? It's not for nothing, dude. Why do you think I stream stuff, dude? It's not for no reason. Eventually, in time, when I'm dead, it's gonna be history. You don't see it now, but it will one day. Unless they strip YouTube down and that dies as well, then yeah, I guess I'm dead. So that day, you live on forever, through history. And everything you write, too. If you want to leave other physical things behind, then write stuff, you know? Create things. Make things. Do stuff. The things you do are the things you leave behind. The things that you create are the things that you leave behind. You know? Because remember, the things you do are the things that will stay behind. But the things that you make are the things that you leave behind. So, for example, if you write a letter, that stays, you know, that's going to be left behind with you, and that will stay behind with you. It won't leave you, it's going to stay with you, it'll always be yours. And so will all your physical possessions, but they're useless to you now, so you're best to have given them probably to your closest allies. And or son. For example, I don't have a son, so I would give it to personally. I haven't made the decision, but a lot of it will be going to a person who I know will put the money into my cat and himself. He'll probably use it on himself, but I'd expect him to use it on my cat because I don't have kids. So the only one... Oh, my parents. Guess my... But I'd have to give it to my... The right fuck... Who gets what? Is the question. Out. Assholes. That's why I don't want to give my parents anything, because they might just throw everything out. They're so fucking up, you know? I mean, no offense. I don't want to say that. They're not fucked up. They're just my parents. Everybody has their own struggles with their parents. I don't know. Excluding my parents, maybe my best friends, and therefore Ryan is in need. He's really in bad shape. He needs help. Deborah is also another friend of mine's mother. But Linda needs help, in other words. I would probably give money to Linda, maybe. Some stuff I'd give to Linda. Because Ryan needs help a lot. And Richie. I guess Richie... I don't know. These are weird questions, because Richie, I know, would take care of my cat. And Sean, I've yet to determine, because... I mean, if you give me this job, then yeah, I'll owe you a lot. I guess all my money would go to you, then. If you got me the job. But then materials, again, I guess electronics have to go to... I don't know, yeah, I haven't decided. Just get my electronical shit. Who's gonna get my Pokemon cards? All my cards. What's that? I mean, who's gonna get my cat? The cat. And my drugs, too. My drugs, that's a big one. Okay, so maybe the drugs I'll leave to my brother, probably. I know Richie wants more. I guess I give him electronics because then he could use them, and then that'll make up for the cat, right? I mean, he likes cats. Oh, do you like cats? Sean, I don't even know if you like cats. But I want my cat to be taken care of, obviously. If I die premature, it's the most important thing, is make sure that he's okay. And that my parents are okay, but they're gonna die anyway, you know, my parents are gonna die eventually, so, I mean, I don't expect them to see me die, it's weird, so therefore I don't know, my cat needs to be taken care of. I mean, I'm sure he'll be fine on his own, but he is my cat, so, just, closest thing I have to a son, right? And I almost had a son 3 times, but, or daughter, son or daughter, 3 times. But, nope. No son. No daughter. No kids. I guess God didn't think, or whatever, fate, whatever it is, didn't think I had to do that. Although it looked close, honestly. And honestly, I think one time I should have been one. But, because of an A-O, you know, an A-B, you know, an, boosh word, that I wasn't told about until after the fact. So in other words, like, she was pregnant, she got an abortion, and she told me about it a few months later, and like, I didn't even know. So, I think you all know what I'm talking about. It's basically like, she just didn't tell me. She looked at it like, well, I didn't want to do you a burden. You know, I know what she was thinking, but still, I feel bad. She had an abortion. She didn't tell me about it. I don't even know, and I had the right to know, I feel like. But did I? I mean, I guess I do, if I really care that much about it. But honestly, thinking back on it, like, she's right, you know? She wouldn't have been able to do it. Her mother's a nurse, you know? Like, honestly, she did the right thing. She would have just got me all fucked up by telling me. And it is her body, and she did the right thing. She did it within the 2-week period. And yeah, she did the abortion, okay? So I had 1 abortion. But I didn't even know about it. Because she did the right thing and she didn't tell me. But you know what? Within the 2-week process, it's still like an embryo. There's nothing going on. It's like yolk. There's nothing happening. There's not even a heart. Again, her mom is a nurse practitioner. Well, she's a nurse. Henceforth, I was lucky, I guess, in that regard. But she didn't wait. She got the abortion right away. I don't like the word, I guess. Why can't we change the word into something else? Because within the 2-week or 4-week process, it's not even... There's not even a heartbeat, dude. It's still yolk. It's yolk. It's like no different than that. That means that basically you're saying a guy can't jack off. That's basically what you're saying. If you agree that you girl cannot abort a yolk. If they can't abort an embryo, then why should a guy be able to abort his ejaculation? In other words, yeah, I think a girl can abort embryo. Because it's no different than a guy ejaculating his sperm, semen. Same shit. Really, there's no difference. No difference at all. In fact, it's exactly the same. No different. The only difference here is that it's coming directly from the egg, so it's a yolk. But that's it. It's like the semen dropping up the egg. And I know it's disgusting, but again, this is a mature game, so I expect a mature audience. But, yeah. When you're aborting that early, you're really just taking up the semination from the egg before it goes any further into an embryo with a heartbeat, and it becomes a life. If you do it prior to that, there's no problem with aborting. Because you're not aborting a life, you're aborting a fucking microbe. A microorganism that you're probably not ready to handle when it turns into a full, complex organism. Understand? And therefore, when I say I'm pro-abort, I say I'm pro-abort on microorganisms, maybe, like embryos, but not people, no. If it's a person, then no. Then you can't get an abortion because it's too late, because then it would in fact be an abortion. I don't believe in abortion, but I do believe in aborting embryos. If an embryo needs to be aborted, then abort the embryo, just like I believe in semination. You know, sometimes abortion or aborting an embryo isn't the worst thing in the world. Why is it so bad to abort an embryo? I mean, if it's gonna be, like, you know it's gonna be a shit show, then why the fuck are you gonna be a mother if you know it's not gonna be a good mother, like, you know? Just, to me, people don't understand what I'm saying. It's not a person yet, it's an embryo, so therefore I'm not saying pro-abortion, I'm saying what that is, it's not even called abortion, it's not abortion. Abortion is only if it is a person, you know what I mean? I love it! Am I the only person getting a Vagrant story feel like? I don't know, a Vagrant story vibe? Of sorts, kind of? Oh yeah, baby! That's so cool. They're always sounding so little, walk. They're like, yeah! So funny. Listen. Yeah! It's so funny. Yeah! It's so funny. Okay, you got me that time. I like it when he turns into it though, it's so cool. Oh Christ, what the heck? Nice, staggered. He's gone. So cool. It's got a really... It's a good game. Why, you don't like the game, Sean? It's pretty good for a Final Fantasy game. But there's definitely a few different things you have to juggle, though. First, you have to understand how the gear works, right? Because it's not your typical Final Fantasy with elements. It's not. Like, they say they have elements, right? They say they have fire, wind, and lightning, but there really are no elements. All damage is the same. Except there is some differences. But like I said before, there seems to be direct damage, range damage, and then magic, well, icon damage. Or, you know, etheric damage, I guess. See? And then there's other ones too we haven't got, I don't think. We don't have that yet. This is good, I think. But also, like, weapon-wise, let's see, there's another... Bracers. I can use these, are good for your defense. Apparently, right? I haven't noticed much of a big effect, really. At least as far as that goes. see, it just grew. What's soldiers have great access over swords and other lighter weapons, which is in the overall attitude, or yeah, which has earned them a reputation on the continent as savage, if somewhat primitive warriors. They like to bludgeon enemies. But what about the crystalline Orthodox? That's what I'm more interested about. A religion dedicated to the worship of, like Ultima, kinda, right? The worship of mother crystals. Its priests would enjoy great power with the patriarch, leader and chief shepherd of the faithful, the most powerful of all. While best known as the state religion of the Insular Iron Kingdom, it was once practiced throughout Valencia. It is believers the mother crystals are literal gods, and the wasteful expenditure of ether through the use of magic is strictly forbidden. As such, those who do use magic, dominants and bearers both, are seen as subhuman abominant. Yeah, that's what I said. And then they're served either political or personal bound through enslavement or political obligation. Henceforth, dominants and or branded to bearers. And bearers are just regular people who have to use shards. But then there are branded and dominants who are, like I said, either the dominants, which are politically obligated to lead the crystal of their, of their people, of their respective mother crystal. And from whichever region it is, like in this region, Drake's breath. So, example, like, if someone was branded, right, directly by the crystal, they would choose this person to be their dominant as their political leader, and then anybody else chosen by it would therefore be considered branded and either given to the custody of a bearer and be enslaved. Basically, they'd have to service them. Or, like I said, service the people through political means as being their leader. You know what I mean? And then you have outlaws, the Iron Crusades. They're forces of the Iron Kingdom who are trying to get rid of... I don't know. Just doesn't say much. There's ultimate commanderess of the king, who issues orders directed to the commanders of each of his battalions. I don't know, man. That's weird. Iron Crusade, who's their king? We know about King Barnabas, but we really don't know much else about any other... We don't really know about the king of the Iron Crusade, do we? I don't. All I know of Emperor Sylvester, of Sambrique. I know of King Barnabas, of the eastern lands of Ash, at the port city of Walode, which is known as the Savage East. But then they... Aren't they on the west end? I thought they called the East Savages. Savage East. And the Iron Crusade is at the west, no? This sounds... Oh my god, Ultimate Commander, rest of the king, who issues orders directly to the Wait a minute. I think they're talking about King Barnabas. These people are from the Savage East. Savage East. I'm telling you, they're from the Savage East. An island nation situated... See, because they're in the west. Situated off the west of the storm. They're like Craigslist. He rules in the Isle of Man Leola, more commonly known in Storm as Mount Justinus, on which sits The Mother Crystal Drake's breath, focal point of the faith here. Countless bears kidnapped from their homes in storm and ash are made to suffer in the name of a religion which the priest of the crystalline orthodoxy. Who? He rules in the Isle of Bain Leola. Yeah, Bain Leola. Or Storm. Mount Drastunis. Mother. I can't wait to find out. The Inner Sanctum. Secret chambers in which the heart of the Mother Crystals are enshrined, believed to have been created before the time of the fall. Whoa, of the fallen. Puritanical. Contentious air, even now, long after mankind has forgotten their significance. Huh? Ba-boom! We're gonna finally find out the truth about this crystal and find out who this guy is, I guess. That's what I'm thinking? I don't know. Damn, son. This doesn't remind me of Vagrant Story. I changed the lighting. I just changed the lighting. I remember Vagrant Story being like a lot, or vaguely like this. It was vaguely, it's kind of vaguely familiar. I mean, Vagrant Story was vaguely familiar to the story that's being told to you right now. It's vaguely familiar to that of Vagrant Story and War of the Lions, if I may say so. Is Mr. Way back though? I don't know. Not 100%. I think. Yep. I like ignition, because ignition is really like, it's useful. Really fills up the LB quick. Garuda for the win, man. Need some treasure chest, coffers or whatnot. What's that? 1,200. Jeez, very nice. Cheese, baby. Cheese. It's like cheese.
Clive,
Steel silk.
there's something.
I'm gonna organize my shit too, by the way. And make a save file. Oh, I never tried the other ones.
I saw the patriarch do things no one should have to see.
I like this one
So
better.
I swore that he would die by my hand.
I understand.
Yeah, that's better.
Then you must face yours.
This makes a lot more sense. Okay, so you get, oh, okay, good. Perfect, this is good. I like type B better, actually. I don't know why I ever used type 1.
We're nearly there. Just one last push.
Now I gotta get used to it, though. Why didn't they introduce type B first? They got me used to a bad battle system type. They should have had me do this first, I think. It's better this way. Yeah, but I have to get used to it now, though. That's the problem. But this is better this way. Type. How do you with this? Oh. Oh, so it's square. Oh, I see. I like this better though. This way is better than the other way, I think. Again, I still say it's better. Type B. staggered again. Obviously me. I just wish I had gotten used to that way sooner. This is better, the Type B format. Alright. So square is how you use these abilities, and then triangle is how you alternate around them. Meant to use the abilities, I guess. Let me see Type C. Hold on. So many different ones, though. I mean, Jesus. Why don't they just let you change as you want, bro? That's what I like. Then this, yeah, that could work. Yeah, I didn't know they had so many different setups. But yeah, they have a lot of different setups. Let's see what other ones they got on. I don't know which one's the best. Oh, square! Nice. I like this. It's probably the one I want to stick with. Yeah, I like this one. Triangle. And then square to set it out, yep. And then this activates it. Because you do need to go through them pretty quick, so I like that. Works for me. And this is where I'll end my episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. As the story is now finally opening up. We're going to finally find out what's going on here. Once and for all. No. I remember him. I remember this guy. Oh! Says nut.
Shiva's dominant. Come to beg forgiveness for your failure.
I hope you guys enjoyed the steel play. And join me because I'll probably be picking up for part 8, well, Act 3 I guess, but it's gonna be part 18 for me. Steel play, part 18 of Final Fantasy first time playthrough 16.
And what did you do when you retired?
This is a perfect place to end it, but also a perfect place to pick up. So, we'll see. See where we go from, huh? We'll see where we conclude, who knows.
Their souls were sullied with the stain of ether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption. The penance paid, just as the Holy Mother wills it. Repent, abomination! For a monster like you to set foot in the Holy Cymric is in itself a crime.
I think we have an encounter before this video is over.
I am a monster, and my soul is stained black. You're not my
By
but by the
hatred.
evil of men like
Yeah, like you, right? Like hatred.
close my heart and drown in darkness when I should have raged against it.
I know.
This is my penance.
Goddamn lighter. Where's my lighter? Hold on, I gotta pause this. Where's my damn lighter? I always need it. I'm fucking retard when I keep track of my goddamn lighters. If there's one thing I know how to lose tons of, it's lighters. I'm just good at losing them. If you need me to lose a lighter, I can do it for you in like a second, bro. I am the best at losing things, at like lighters, especially lighters. So if you need me to lose your lighter, I could do that for free. Cause I could do that with ease. If you also need a good picture drawn, I could do that too. Oh, where the fuck is my goddamn lighter? Damn it! Fuck! Are you going crazy? Hold on one second. Million and one lighters, but never the one I need. If I fucking need it. And God forbid there's some light in this room, right? Give me some vitamin D, will ya? Damn, son. Jeez. Like, there's like no vitamin D in this motherfucking room. It's completely, like literally, there's zero vitamin D in here. If not for my light, you'd be completely in the dark. This is like such a dark room. I mean, I try to keep the window open. You know, I try to keep the shade open and I keep the light on, but talk about a lack of vitamin D, bro. Anyway, where the fuck is my lighter? Why can't I find it? Pissed. Alright, hold on one second. Okay. Well, I found it. Found it, by the way. I have it. So I. It was right next to me. Oh, where everything would be. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry, I had to take a piss, but I am back, and oh, not black, but I am back. I can't be black, obviously. I mean, I'm white. But I mean, if I was black, then I guess I would be able to say I'm back and I'm black. In this case, I'll be white back. That's all, folks. Get it? I'll be white back. Anyway, I'll be white back, guys, and here I am. I'm back. He was white back because the other joke didn't work for me, so I figured, well, he'll be white back will work, right? Well, anyway, I will be white back, and well, look at these. Look at me now. I am white back. By the way, as an acronym and a word, you could use. You could say that technically as a real joke, because an English person could talk, say, for example, with a lisp. How really witty of you. You're investigator. I know this is a hard thing to do, but in other words, think of R as really. Would you really do that? Are you seriously thinking about or are you? I don't know, they pronounce the R's like W's. Are you sure you want to do that? Would you really pull, Farron? You're poor. It's like, you sound like a baby, poor. Really? How really sad. But what? Well, I just don't have time for. I'm sorry. Have a good day. Bye now. I'll be right back. And I wouldn't be wrong to say, because I would be back. Bye. I'll be... Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I'll be right back. Back. Sorry for the delay, guys.
Beast bare its teeth at its master. Come then, dominant. Rage be as you have ever been. A monster!
And what are you, Imran?
Hello?
I was forced to kill. You do it by choice.
Yeah, I know. You're no different.
But never again. I bow to you. Now
You got a point.
you shall bow to me.
Kill them.
You're the savages. What about Annabella, though? Oh, we get to see Shiva in her full might. Well, not her full might, you know. We saw her full might earlier, but... We haven't seen Leviathan. Nary a trace of her. What's up with her, though? Or Annabella, or whoever that is. Dion? I don't know. Could be Dion. I'm thinking it might be Dion. Lord Dion. Where's it, Joshua? There's 3 candidates. Annabella, Joshua, but it could also be Benedicta. Who the fuck knows? Could be the Marguerite, Joshua. Wait a minute. Hold on. What the fuck is this? Wait, what's going on? What is this? What the fuck? It looks like Necron a little bit. What the hell is that thing? Oh my god.
Jill! Defeat! Come on. Remember how it felt? Why can't I do it? Please, just once. She won't be able to hold that lava back forever. We'd better make this quick. I heard Toggle. Too slow.
All right. I won't take long. Too slow. Help me, boy. Too slow. Let's try.
Jill!
I'm going to finish this, Clive. Here, use this.
step closer to freedom.
The crystal. What did you do to it?
Oh. We destroyed it.
What? But... Monster! Monster! Do you have any idea what you have done?
I do, Father. I have killed the monster and become an outlaw.
I knew it. That's why I said that's not the antagonist. Ilman, he was nothing like. It's a douchebag.
It's over.
Not over. Just begun. It just began.
And Shiva exacted her price.
She did.
Again, the burden fell to you.
And I bore it willingly. This was a sin for which I had to atone. Now I can continue at your side with my head held high. Clive, look.
It's just like the one at Phoenix Gate.
I'm gonna do is Garuda again.
Agreed.
Garuda and Odin. Garuda and Odin make the one true maker. Or is it Annabella and Bahamut? That's it, we don't know. Is it Annabella and Sylvester, or is it Benedicta and Barnabas? Both, who knows? Anyway, so that's 2 crystals now that are now gone. 3 more to go, right? I think? No, I don't know. I think there's 3 more to go. Yep.
I kept my promise, and now you keep yours.
That was the Mother Crystal of Shiva. Right? Yeah, so it was. Oddly enough. I don't really know why, but yeah. Meanwhile, where is this now? The crystal belt. Oh no. Alright guys. Well. Looks like there's a lot going on here. Oh, and Joshua's in, that is. And Clive.
Truly. But I assure you, I will survive. Please, save your medicines for those who need them most.
Oh, well, if you're sure.
For a moment there, I felt my brother's presence.
You did?
I fear he is in Ultima's thoughts again. But why now, after 5 years of silence? I cannot keep him sealed away much longer.
Your grace.
No, do not dirty your hands. Look at them all. Like a river flowing to the sea.
Or moths to a flame, perhaps. The crystalline dominion, their light in the darkness. More and more lose their homes to the blight and set out in search of sanctuary, while others lose their fortunes to the Dhalmekian levies and leave to find new livelihoods. What is it that you seek in the Dominion, Your Grace?
Oh, Dion Lesage.
Yep.
Crown Prince of Sanbreque.
Yep.
He has many titles. Dion the Bold,
Yep.
Prince of Dragoons,
Odin's nemesis.
Odin's nemesis,
Bahamut.
or simply Bahamut. I met him once, when we were children.
Yeah.
He was a chivalrous soul even then, and has served his empire indefatigably ever since.
Yep.
You are confident that he will listen to what you have to say?
Yes. Of course, he's
The
Bahamut.
world lurches ever closer to the abyss.
I would imagine Bahamut.
And ushers us onward. Ultimate's influence extends to every nation, Sanbreque included.
Yep.
If His Highness is the man I believe him to be, and I pray that he is, this truth will not have escaped his notice.
Right. What about Duchess Annabella? Duchess Annabella.
Fall, the eternal flame wavers, and the azure sky begins to bruise.
Huh.
How lucky we were to be blessed by the crystals. Yet how spoiled. Like canaries in a gilded cage, growing fat on seed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the bars are closing in, and we must take flight. Painful though it be to leave our home behind, it is what we must do to be free.
Yeah.
Which is it that men cannot live without? A blessing that leads to damnation, or a freedom that leads to deprivation?
Right.
I do not yet know the answer to that question.
Right?
Do you, Clive?
Your Grace, let us find a place to rest a while. We can return by the Dhalmekian trail once you have recovered your strength. I realize your duty is pressing, but if your health should fail...
I know. Thank you.
Yote. Yote. Ministry of War.
Empire's defenses and gained the Isles of Ark has failed yet again.
Only because your fleet has proved as impotent as a eunuch on laying night. Would you rather we simply fell back to the capital?
Enough, both of you. All here agree that the Empire cannot be allowed to maintain its illegitimate claim on the Dominion. However, our casualties mount with each passing day.
There is a literal sea twixt you and your prize. The armies of Sanbreque need but sit back and watch as you harmlessly lap against their walls. They are dug in like ticks and seek to draw out this siege, knowing the capital's stores are nigh bottomless. And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap. Republican soldiers starve while waiting for orders from Randalar.
Exactly.
Their bellies would be full by nightfall.
If I take the field, so too will Bahamut.
Yep.
And our duel will shake the island to its foundations.
Yes.
Instead of liberating the Dominion, you would doom it to destruction.
Yes.
Unless that is what you desire.
Right.
If our learned advisor has a solution to propose, we should be glad to consider it.
Annabella?
Is that the Emperor's?
I love Annabella though, she's so hot. My type of girl.
What is the meaning of this, Lord Kupka?
What it means is that
Busty blonde and hazel purple eyes. Man, I glad that.
the looks on their faces when you walked through those doors. A perfect picture of stupefaction. They could not believe their eyes. Though I confess, I had my own doubts whether or not you would accept my invitation.
Love Annabella though, she's been hot. No, she was my type.
Such shocking news.
This is really love, guys.
Sid isn't a son of a whore. He's the son of an empress.
Yeah.
Clive.
Absurd. Who fed you these lies? I have never spent a moment among criminals, save at the gallows. I came here with my son, not to entertain your baseless accusations, but to put an end to the senseless hostilities between our nations.
Very well. You need only agree to the terms I set out. Sid took the life of someone dear to me. A woman by the name of Benedicta.
Yep, that's right, Benedicta. Yep.
This would not be disagreeable to you, I take it. You would finally be rid of the stain on your noble name. In return, I will leave Sanbreque in your capable hands.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
Imperial Majesty.
I'm like Hugo. I agree with Hugo, honestly. All for Hugo here. It's like, yeah. Annabella.
The love of a common whore.
Ah!
Dominant or no, one cannot hide one's breeding.
Right?
Beasts will ever belong with beasts.
That's how she is.
There are greater things in store for you, my darling Olivier. Soon enough, you shall be the crown prince of Sanbreque.
I think Annabella's no good though.
When your father goes to meet Great Grieger, you shall be emperor of all you survey. The old order shall come tumbling down, and you will rebuild the world in your glorious image. Soon.
She's been in there for hours. Something must be wrong.
Alright guys, until my next Steel Play. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and keep it gaming, keep it safe.